Welcome back to my continuing conversation with Senator John Cornyn. Senator, what's your biggest concern for Texas right now, and what are you pushing for to deal with it?
Well, we need to get this virus in our rearview mirror and get our lives back to normal. That's one reason why I've been encouraging everybody to do what I've done, which is to get vaccinated. And to me, that is a much better solution than getting the virus. And we know it's not going away, although fortunately the number of cases are declining. But we also need to get our economy growing again. And here in the Houston area, obviously we're a big energy economy. Unfortunately, the Biden administration seems more intent on getting energy from Saudi Arabia and Russia than it does producing it here domestically, which had been a game changer in terms of our geopolitics, in terms of job creation and our economy here. But we also have some dangers out there still that have been exposed by COVID-19. I found out shortly after COVID-19 that 90% of the semiconductors, these are the microprocessors that make everything from your car to your phone to your TV to your washing machine work, that 90% of those were being made in Asia, 63% in Taiwan alone. And I don't have to tell you the tension now between communist China and Taiwan and the possibility that those supply chains might be ruptured. So that's a bipartisan bill I'm working on with Mark Warner from Virginia, and also Michael McCaul, a Republican from Central Texas, and Congresswoman Matt Swee from California, together with the Biden administration to build more semiconductor manufacturing here in America, create good jobs, and eliminate that insecurity.
You brought up the COVID fight here. Governor Abbott has issued an executive order mandating that all businesses, public and private, not mandate vaccinations. That doesn't sound like the Republican Party I used to know about getting involved in local businesses and their decisions. The right direction, or just kind of off the track maybe?
Well, unfortunately, this has all become too political.
Amen.
From the beginning,
yeah.
And that's made all of this much harder. But as I said, my advice to anybody who will listen, and for anybody I care about, is to get vaccinated. Take advantage of that. That's the best thing you can do for yourself and your family and your future. But the masks have been a subject of controversy from the beginning. I still remember when Dr. Fauci said masks are useless, right, and then all of a sudden they said masks are indispensable. And I don't know how much longer, even after we're all fully vaccinated, that they're going to insist that we continue to wear masks. So this has unfortunately become a fixation of our political debate, and really we've gotten away from a public health focus.
Yeah, but the answer to the question, though, is whether or not you think it was appropriate for a Republican administration to mandate private businesses on what they should do.
Well, I think the president's mandate exceeds his authority under the Constitution. I do think Governor Abbott has extensive authority under the Texas Constitution to protect the public health. I tend to believe that these mandates are counterproductive, and that the best thing to do is use good old-fashioned friendly persuasion and incentives like we've seen here in Houston, persuading people to get their vaccine. So actually, I think the mandate has been counterproductive and caused more people's position to harden that might ultimately be persuadable to go ahead and get that vaccine given the proper incentives.
Senator Cornyn, look forward to having you in the studio. I know you're in town for this event, but next time I want to see your smiling face in here so I can bore you with all my grandchildren pictures, okay?
I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you, sir. Just